a fool. On my stomach, a fool. Mm-mm.
No, that's
So,
what's up.
I crushed it today, man. I
Yo,
did
well
good
that's
today.
the that's the topic, bro.
Mm.
Well, let's get started. Yo, 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 yo. Freaking Gains Radio. Oh, what's popping? Yo, my name is Frank Abney. Welcome to Gains Radio Podcast. And on the side of me, we have here,
Hey, Mr. Tim Brown. Happy to see everyone this morning.
yo, 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 we're gaining the access and insight necessary to succeed. That's Gains Radio. I know you probably heard something different before, but this is Gains Radio. We just want to give
Yes.
some shout outs. And excuse me, y'all, if I got the stunner shades on in the background popping, I'm learning how to do this Zoom thing, so I'm finding out these cool things, and this is so freaking so excuse
Yes,
me,
it
but yo,
is.
we want to give a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to excuse me, my fitness thing, Frank Avenue Fitness. Holla at your boy. You see the background. Uh, you know, meal prep company we got going. You know what I mean? Um, you know, different ventures, sales ventures, subscription, nutrition ventures, all that stuff. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors, OKF for Shades. Holla at your boy. These ain't it, but I'm still stunting with them. Yeah, enough of me talking. Go ahead, Tim. Give your shout outs, brother.
Oh yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Brown's Conscious Development. We're gonna get that up and going very, very soon. It's powerful. I have some wonderful, wonderful information I'm gonna share with y'all later on, and it's gonna be great. And I'm excited to be here today on this lovely, wonderful Tuesday, glorious morning. So,
Well, let's keep the people going, yo. Let's not keep them waiting. Now, today's topic is going to be the importance of morning routines and why is it important to have a morning routine. Now, there's a bunch of famous people that y'all probably already heard of who has famous routines such as Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Jeff Bezos, Mark Cuban, Joe Dispenza, and a bunch of other people. You know what I mean? So for me, I have my own little personal morning routine from the time I wake up. But most successful people do. They say they wake up at a certain
yeah,
time in the
very
morning, like
true.
The Rock said he wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. Freaking David
4:30.
Goggins, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I've
Yep.
done the 5 o'clock thing
Yes.
before, but I mean, actually, I still do the 5 o'clock thing. The 4:30 thing, I did that in the military. But we're going to discuss, a few other people's morning routines. We're going to discuss our morning routine. But Tim, give an
Mm-hmm.
idea of some of the morning routines that you know, because this
Yeah.
is one of the topics you want to touch on. I know you got a lot of insight on that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
man. Give us an
Yes.
idea, brother.
Yeah. No, thank you for sharing, Frank. Yeah, everything that you said was spot on. These people who talk about having a successful life, it talks about having a successful morning, and how you start your day is typically how your day is going to end up being, and so forth. So, if you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh gosh, I'm tired. What the f? Blah, 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 all that negative. Well, I just want to say all that energy that you are exuding, that is going to basically trickle throughout the entire day. And so, what I did was try to look at all these different people who have these morning routines and try to pull something from each and every one of them and figure out how I can apply to my own life. Just as yourself too,
That's what's
Frank.
up.
Right?
You're 100% right. First off, sorry guys, don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe to our YouTube
Yes.
channel, subscribe to our podcast. That's how you
Yes.
keep us going. But on that hand,
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
say the last
Yeah.
10 seconds of what you were saying, my brother.
Yes, and so the importance, like I said, of setting up when you're setting up your day like that for success, it's going to be magnificent. And so what I did was, I kind of again just kind of got a little bit from everyone else and kind of put my own little flavor in it and stuff. So my typical morning routine will go is, I've learned to just get up. I get up exactly at 5 o'clock without an alarm. Sometimes it's 4:30. Sometimes in between, like usually like 4:30 and 5 o'clock.
Mhm.
Um, when I get up in the morning, I usually just sit down, set the timer on one of my phones that I don't use. And the reason why I have it like that is my main phone. I leave it in the other room because when you first thing you wake up in the morning, if you're on your phone and stuff, you're kind of muting that energy and stuff. And so I have like this just old phone where it's not in service. I just have it just for me for meditation purpose only. And so I set up for like at least for about 7 minutes. I sit up in my bed, usually at the end of the just sit up, close my eyes, and just be complete quiet for about 7 minutes.
Why 7 minutes?
Mhm. Because they say, well, I need to stop saying they say stuff because sometimes it's good to listen to how you're feeling, listen to how your body, what is your body telling you at that time in the morning? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling like, motivated? Are you feeling like, some clarity is, 'cause that's a really important time in the morning where you can get that information divinely from your higher creator, from God, or wherever you put your focus on, right? And
But
so
why seven? Why the number seven?
um, seven, I just figure, you know what, seven is a luck is yeah, seven is lucky number, I suppose. Lucky number seven. And so after I said that 7 minutes is up, I have another mantra that I play, and I allow this mantra to kind of go on for about 10 minutes, and I sit
Hmm.
quietly within this mantra.
Now, what's a
And
mantra for those of us that don't know
yeah.
what a mantra is? What's a mantra?
Okay. Usually a mantra is something that's like repeated over and over. And usually when you are repeating that mantra, you can kind of infuse your body, infuse your energy with that specific mantra and stuff. and so and so when you're doing that, it definitely will kind of make you feel like optimism, a lot of clarity, a lot of excitement for the day. And if you don't mind, one of the people that I kind of follow closely is a lady named Abraham Hicks. And so,
A lady named Abraham Hicks.
yes, yeah, yeah, oh
Her name
yeah.
is Abraham.
Well, let's see. I'll say her real name is Esther. And for those who uh,
The
want to
Secret.
follow her, yeah, she was on The Secret, and she's able to channel certain things within her that allows her to be able to tap into other places that some people might feel like, oh no, that's mumbo jumbo. But I did my own homework on it, and I kind of researched the lady, and I was just like, wow.
Why is
So,
her name Abraham? Can you talk
um,
about why they named her Abraham?
yeah. Well, Abraham is actually, I guess, the energy, the thing that she channels within herself, and she's able
Oh,
to
okay.
bring Abraham out and stuff. But she goes by, yeah,
That's
Abraham a lot. That's what people know her as.
yeah.
Know her as.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Nah, I feel
yeah,
that. I feel that. Well, I
yeah,
mean, dude, that's freaking powerful, bro. I mean,
yeah.
I guess that's making my morning routine seem minimal to all that stuff. Because you know what I mean. The
No.
only thing I basically do
Mm-hmm,
is this, and this is
mm-hmm,
the thing. All right, I always gotta play devil's advocate
mm-hmm.
because on one hand, remember, I don't know if you remember, we're talking about Guru and how
Mm-hmm.
he's saying, being uh, having a routine is almost ritualistic, and
Yeah, yeah.
it becoming like habits. You know what I mean? But
Sure,
on the
sure.
other hand, when you develop a routine and you repeat something, you know what I mean? It can, on the other hand, it can lead to good things. On the other side of
Yes.
the rainbow, it can lead to really good things. Anything you're
Mm-hmm.
consistent with, it can lead to good things. Just like if you're working out consistently, if you do that consistently,
Very
you build
true.
a
Very
habit of
true.
working out, you're gonna get good results at the end. But on the other hand, he also says how he has his thing is that he can get the same intensity of a workout that you do just by tensing up his muscles and get the same exact rather than doing the whole goddamn
Yes.
yeah rather than doing the whole routine of working out. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
that's
uh-huh.
that's the level I want to need to strive for rather than
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
abusing, getting to the point where you're abusing your body. I'm not saying we're literally abusing your body, but that's actually what you do when you're working
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
You're ripping your muscles apart and you repair it with actin and myosin, in order to get that growth. You're just tearing yourself apart. And,
That's
and
right.
he also compares that to success, which is like
Mm.
success and suffering. It's like, why is everybody relating being successful to suffering? It's like
Mm-hmm.
go in there, kill yourself to fucking make it. You gotta not eat, not sleep. You know what I mean? And then the thing is like, hey, what the hell would I want to be successful for if I gotta suffer like that?
Yeah, I gotta be damn near dying. You know.
When you make it, shit,
Uh
I
huh.
want to do a goddamn thing, but trying to figure out how you can stop suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you go ahead. No, you're
no,
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. No, if you don't mind me chiming just for a second, yeah, that's the same thing that this young lady says, Abraham Hicks. She says, like, why does everything say it has to be hard work? It has to be stress on your body in order for you to make it and stuff. And like, no, it's the path of least resistance. Is
right,
the way to
right,
do it, right? It's when you're allowing, when you're becoming a vibrational match for all the things that you want. And the simplest thing from what I'm gathering here is just you know how you're aligned with it with how you feel. If you're
right,
feeling
right.
good, you're feeling excited and stuff. And I like that's why I see your videos in the morning and stuff, going out, exercising and stuff. You're feeling motivated, you're inspired, you're in your zen, you're in your Frank Abney type atmosphere. And that's what brings you that energy. And that's what allows you to attract certain things that you want in your life very easily and effortlessly, right?
Oh, what if I go even further and say, if you're saying what you're saying in my atmosphere, what if I'm in my matote?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Matote,
Matote.
yes,
Yo,
yes,
you know
yes.
what the matote is? Yo, I
Yeah.
ain't even, I'm gonna stay on topic. But yo, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna hit on that matote when we talk about that book, The Four Agreements, if everybody ever heard of it.
Yes.
Because that
Yes.
matote, yo, that's that
Mm-hmm.
different personality. Like you had the different names. The dad, I'm trainer, I'm meal prep
Mm-hmm.
guy, I'm exercise guy, I'm all that. And that's the matote, the different personality that you turn into when you're in that overweight.
When you're in that, yes. Yes. It's like your brain like,
I
no.
I
Yeah.
even took my we on morning routine now.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I went astray, but I had to
Yeah,
because
yeah.
again, I'm not gonna front. I do have like a routine,
Mm-hmm.
but after like I said, that's where I brought the thing with Saguru because I'm trying to break the routine. Okay, like he said to
Yeah.
give an example, like the brushing your teeth thing. Like of course you wake up, you got bad breath. You know what I mean? Hey yo, you need to brush your teeth. You know you need to brush your teeth. But his thing is why abuse the routine.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we was dog on things all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? 3 minutes
Yeah.
of time just when you know you do just enough to, you know what I mean, to survive and not make your breath think. So
That's right.
on
That's
that
right.
hand, what I do as far as the routine, I just make sure that I have to wake up at a certain time early enough to do the things I need to do. Now I don't have to wake up at 5:05 every day. That's the time my alarm goes off at 5 or 4:30, whatever. I choose the time I want to wake up based off of how I'm feeling and what I
There
need
you
to
go.
get done, based off of my workout, based off of this, based off of that. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, I'll give today, for example, like I'm almost like a slave. I'm not going to front to my calendar. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
why is because, you know, I do suffer from PTSD. I'm not going to front. So what helps me is being mad organized. Now, this is my calendar. This is
Mm-hmm.
all the things in my calendar. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
For some of
That's
you,
right.
like, God dang, you know what I mean? But this is a 12 things. Just today, this is 12
Mm-hmm.
things that I got to do, today. And one of
Yeah.
them, obviously, is pick up, chop wood. I don't know if you can see it, chop wood, but what I do is
Couple.
remember that's when we chop wood. I got to pick up some wood. Tim
Okay.
podcast, Chris. I got I don't know if you see that. What is that? Photo shoot. I
Photo
got
shoot.
photo
Yeah.
shoot with London, so I got to schedule that. So there's different things that I do,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not. It's always different, so it doesn't really become a routine to me. It's
Sure.
just certain
Sure.
things that I got to do in order I know what I need to take care of. You know what I mean? In order to
Mm-hmm.
just basic survival things. You know what I mean?
Got
You
you.
know you
Got you.
gotta eat. That's not kind of necessarily routine. You know you gotta eat to survive. So you can
Yeah.
call that
Yeah.
what it is. But that's what me personally. But I go ahead, go ahead.
Mm. Oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say that to kind of add back what you said a while ago when you were saying like sometimes we get ritualistic and stuff, right? And we try
Yeah.
to be like it's got to be like this, but I also want to say that once you get that planted and stuff, it will become autopilot, and I won't necessarily have to be doing this all the single time because my mind, my brain will already be in that Zen type space every single morning
Yeah.
because I've developed a routine for the last 30 days. And they say in order to change a habit, it needs to be 30,
21.
20 to 30,
I've heard
21 to 30 days
21.
to
Yeah,
change a
yeah.
habit. So once you do that, it's going to be ingrained within your subconscious and stuff. And so
Do what?
um, by doing these certain morning or developing, you got to do whatever works good for you and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and so you have to do whatever you need to do to keep yourself organized and whatever thing that you have going. And if it's working for you and stuff, then that's wonderful and stuff. And also, I just wanted to just kind of add to that after I'm done listening to like this mantra, it's only 2 minutes. Maybe if we have time, I wouldn't mind playing it for you.
Hmm.
Um, and I also do a visualization technique. And this visualization technique is a technique that I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza. And when
That's what I
you
was
all,
I was
mhm,
gonna say because of those because you put together the format and you had
mhm,
all those people on there. So my question
mhm.
to you is, can you give an example of one of these billionaires or these famous people with morning routine? Do you know any of them? Like, what do they do? So that way people, like
Oh
for
yeah,
example, Joe Dispenza. Who the hell is Joe Dispenza,
yeah,
fool?
yeah. Well, Joe Dispenza,
Jeff Bezos for y'all don't know, that's the dude who created Amazon.
Amazon, yeah,
But yeah, you
yeah,
gotta remember, some of these people might not have you. Remember, you intellectual. You went to college, bro. Some of
uh,
these people ain't going to college, and so we don't know a lot of these people. And luckily, I know just because I've researched. But you got to
uh,
break it down romper room style, my guy. So who the fuck is
Frank.
Jeff Bezos? Who the fuck is Joseph Spencer? Who the
Mm-hmm.
fuck is all these motherfuckers you know, man?
Okay, okay, but before we even go there, I did not learn all this stuff through college. I
Still, you
learned
still went to college,
I
goddammit. So you
went
ought
to
to put shit in
college,
format, bro.
but I have to give credit where credit is due. I learned all this stuff actually from you. You set me on that path long time ago, Frank. Long, long
Okay.
time ago. And that stuff sat right here when we had those talks and stuff. And we were
But
sitting up there
I
talking.
didn't teach you how to format though. That's
Okay, the
cool.
format, that's here nor there and stuff. But the the space that you were in several years ago, I was like, how could someone be raised in a certain way for so many years and then all of a sudden just say, you know what, I'm thankful for that, but I know there's other ways.
Well, be clear that what was a certain way. Remember, you gotta
Uh-huh. Yeah,
remember a
yeah.
lot of people don't have no idea what you're talking about. So, what certain way are you talking about though?
Uh-huh.
That I was raised
Like
in.
when you're raised in a certain like tradition or certain religious background or certain cultures, and when you're born in that
Be
certain
specific. Which certain? Which one? Goddamn.
okay,
You want to
okay,
say that shit? No certain.
okay. So when you're born in a religious
We trying
group,
to gain access.
whether it might be Christianity, Catholic, Jehovah Witness, Mormon, all whatever it is, you have to follow those certain type of ideologies and stuff.
So,
And
which one?
those,
Which one? Which one? To be specific, which one are you talking about right now?
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So before I'm gonna say this,
Yeah.
as Frank as well too, we were both raised Christian. Till this day, I'm thankful for that. That foundation allowed me to see that okay, there are other things that we can do on this planet and stuff. There's
Like
not
what?
only one certain way to reach God.
Like
And
what?
so like like believing in yourself, believing in that all the power and everything that you need is not an external thing, it's everything
Let me
within
plug
you.
up my
And that,
computer. My battery about to die. Let me plug it
okay,
in.
go ahead.
You can
Okay,
still keep talking.
yeah, okay. And so ventured out, I was able to find the information that I needed for myself. And so during those topics and stuff that we have, Frank, I came across these people. I came across these people and I was just like, whoa, 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 and Dr. Joe Dispenza talked about the same thing that Sadhguru said. Sometimes when you're just sitting there, you could just be flexing, you could just be
Who is
tensing your
Joe
muscles.
Dispenza again? I'm sorry.
Joe Dispenza is a guy who was riding on his bike several years ago. He's actually there's a movie on him on Netflix called A Heel.
Mm-hmm.
He got hit.
How
He
do you
got
spell
hit
that?
while he
What?
Heal.
Heal.
Yeah, just
Oh,
heal.
A. Oh, heal. Okay.
Heal.
Okay.
So it's a Netflix movie, and so he had broke his vertebrae and so many different. The accident was horrific. I mean, he was paralyzed. He couldn't move. The doctor said, "We gotta do surgery. We gotta do da 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 da," and he was like, "No." Nothing. He was like, I just don't see myself doing that and injecting myself. So what he did was, he every time as he woke up and when he went to bed
So
every
you
morning,
saying he's harder than David Goggins?
Um,
You know what David Goggins is, right?
oh, he sounds so familiar
For those of
too.
you who don't know who David Goggins is, that's that Navy SEAL who went through Navy SEAL
Yes.
training like
Okay. Yeah.
four
Yes.
times.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. That
he's
brother.
considered the hardest motherfucker on the planet Earth. The hardest human being on
Yeah.
Earth, David Goggins.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
man.
you saying he's harder than David Goggins?
Well, well, this guy imagined himself being healed. He imagined his old vertebrae being linked back up the way it needed to be for him to be healed. And he did that for several months without no surgery, without any of that at all. And he was able to walk up out of the hospital bed on his own and stuff.
What happened to him? He
So
got in a motorcycle accident or bicycle
he was on a like those Tour de France type stuff, whatever. He was
accident?
just
Yeah.
riding. I'm not saying he was on the Tour de France, but it was some type of like competition like that.
So Lance, what's his name? Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay.
And so some car just basically took him out, dude. He broke his back in like it was like 30 different spots. He was all jacked up. And so through visualization, by imagining yourself as the end point, as if you already are healed, you can kind of infuse your body and to heal yourself within your own, just by your own thoughts, by your own beliefs, and by emitting the feeling of you being healed, you can be healed on your own stuff.
So what was his morning routine in order to make that happen?
He would just sit down, he would get in a relaxed state, he would do certain breathing techniques, and the certain breathing techniques would allow him to be in a
Like
more
what?
zen, like let's see, like he would do there's actually a Wim Hof method, I'm pretty sure that he did, where you do like 30 breaths, inhales and outs. And when you keep doing those, you're relaxing your brain in order
Well,
to
help us gain the
uh,
insight. Help us
uh-huh,
gain the access and insight necessary to succeed, brother. Give
uh-huh.
us you
Yeah, no,
dropping nuggets. You giving us the history, but you ain't
uh-huh,
giving us the mystery. We want to know
uh-huh.
how to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay,
That's the
okay.
mystery. Tell us what
So
this woo ha you said and all this wee cha woo ka
yeah,
woo
yeah.
fa.
So if you're
What
sitting
is it?
down, so if you're sitting down and you get in a relaxed state, and you would do 30 breaths. So you go like this, like, and you're doing that until you get to 30. And then on the 30th one, you're going to inhale and relax it out. And then you're going to just sit with that for a while. And then once you're sitting with that for a while, you're going to do another 30 breaths, and you go in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you're going to do that for 3 rounds. And so the second round will be something like going like, and when you're doing that, you're allowing your brain to be more like relaxed, and you're pushing out anything else that doesn't serve you. And it's relaxing your brain to be more, to get deeper into your subconscious, because that's the state of mind that you need to be in order to make a change within your paradigm shift, in order to change your reality.
Brother, forgive me. All this coffee made my bladder move. One second.
Okay, you good, you good. Go to.
Yes. Sorry, y'all. Um, sorry, guys. I am back.
All right.
I am here. I am back. I am me.
Yes,
Here.
yes.
I am back. I am me. So, forgive me, guys. Yo, Calvin.
Go, go.
So, back on that note, yo,
Yeah.
we're just talking about early morning routines. Things of that nature. We're talking about specifically Jeff Bezos,
and all those things. I know Les Brown, he says different things to himself, like, affirmations and stuff like that. Affirmations
Patience.
are
That's right.
always good. The things I say to myself, which I'm going to make a routine even more, is just giving more praise to the creator. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really think for me, now this is just what I'm going to start doing. I don't really think for me, a routine is going to be necessary for me because my whole focus from now on, and then my goal is to praise um, the little things as
Yes.
far as the sun shining.
Yes.
Like, if the sun doesn't come up within 18 hours, all of civilization will be destroyed, except for
Mm-hmm.
some little microorganisms underneath the earth. That's the only thing that would survive. But yet we focus on all these other little things. So
Right.
my routine moving forward is going to be giving praise and things to the little things in life, like just the sun waking up. Can't hear me?
Um,
You can't hear me?
I was gonna say, do you have any applications going that you can close in the background?
Okay,
Because I
okay,
think like the last part it was kind of dragging a little bit.
okay. Mm,
And yeah, now you're like going like,
oh, word, oh,
"Oh."
word. I think that's because I put the microphone. The holla.
Or
Mm,
maybe
What about now? Can you hear me now? Is that
like
better?
this.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
See, I'm
Can you
gonna
hear me?
put,
Can you hear me?
um, I can hear you, but like you're okay now. Okay, your screen froze, but now I can hear you.
let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, now you're moving. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Hold on.
Yeah. Just sometimes it just kind of just drags a little bit.
All right, what about
Does
now?
mine drag?
Nah, yours perfect. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is that better?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine. I think now it's like sometimes like the screen a little bit.
Oh, it's probably dragging because of my internet. Uh, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Headphones.
okay. Yeah, we're working through this. We're working through it.
Yeah, let me see my let me make
But
sure my microphone, or what was I saying? Not my microphone, my
but I yeah, I want to add to what you were saying though. I think that's such an amazing thing because when you put yourself in such a gratitative type mode in the morning and giving thanks and giving like reverence to the creator and stuff, you kind of put yourself in that place of mind knowing that everything that you do throughout the day is going to be well, it's going to be great because you already has set your mind in that place. You're not waking up like, oh, I gotta get up. You're waking up like, Father, thank you for this day, thank you for
yeah,
you know thank you for allowing me to be here on this podcast, thank you for allowing me to be physically fit the way that I am. Thank you for allowing me to be of service to others and being a guide, being able to help others
yeah,
who need the help and stuff.
yeah.
Because as you're immuting that energy, you're gonna get that back, and people will continue to help you out and further you along
Right,
your
right.
success as well too.
Even as
So,
far as breathing, my guy,
mm,
like, just the little
mm.
things. Imagine if you didn't
Oh
wake up
yes,
breathing.
yes,
Imagine if you didn't even wake up with your eyes to see, your nose to smell, your ears to hear. And like I said,
mm-hmm.
there's nothing wrong with what these individuals have done to get themselves far in life. As far as, like I've said, some people need that stuff, but I'm just basing it off of,
Yeah,
I'm just trying to base it off of, um, kind of like the stock gurus theory. You know what I mean? Like, if you become
yeah,
realistic, you become a slave to yourself, so to speak. But again, on
mm-hmm.
the other hand, I got to play devil's advocate. There's nothing wrong with developing a successful routine in order for you to become successful, especially if you have poor habits. If you already have poor habits, like, you're not
And
good
I
at,
had them.
yeah, you know what I mean. You're not good at writing down stuff to make yourself successful when that's what you have to do. And if you did it,
Yeah,
as a routine, you get better at it. But then the other
that's
hand,
right. That's
again,
right.
again, on the other hand, again, I always got to play devil's advocate because doing that sometimes can become so overwhelming and tedious, you don't even want to do it anymore. And that's where the suffering comes. People say
Yeah.
you got to do what you don't want to do. But what I found by doing this, because I get a test for both, what I found by doing this is what I did was, I've done it that way, which you can become obsessed with
Mm-hmm.
it, which that's what they always talk about, become obsessed with it. but that's what's at the forefront of your mind. That's cool. But what I did was, in order to not overwhelm me, especially if a lot on the plate, is I take a little bit out of a time. Because the
Yeah.
way the human mind works is that you're only going to be really interested in something for a certain period of time. So if you feel
Mm,
yourself interested in it at that period of time, that's when you dive into it and put your focus into it, when the spirit and the creator is talking to you and you feel the
that's
gift
right.
flowing. And that's kind of like when I just get into it. Then when I feel it die down, when I feel like my
Mm-hmm.
mind is starting to drift or I'm not really focused on it, then I'll kind of like just put it to the side and put it and set it back to when I'm going to get it. You know what I mean? Because there is no time
Yeah,
limit for
yeah,
success. If it's going to work, it's going to work. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if you
that's
get it
right.
done today, tomorrow. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work. There's no time limit for success or how the creator wants to operate in you. He just operates differently. He, she, whatever operates differently in different certain amount of people. So that's why I have to play devil's advocate here. I've done the thing where
Sure,
you
sure.
can't sleep and you don't eat and you this and that, you become obsessed. But then on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
when I did that, I left set aside the important things in life, which were my kids, my family,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sun, going outside. And then when I started doing those things and putting that in the back burner and chopping wood and the basic things, then I realized, like, you know what? This is what success is about.
That's
This
right.
is
Doing what
what
you love.
life is about for me.
Mm-hmm.
That other stuff, I'm still getting there. I'm not getting there at the pace everybody wants me to get there. But then who's really basing my success off of my success? I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm putting
Right.
a label
That's
on it.
right.
So
That's right. Mm-hmm.
what routine do I want to develop that's really going to help me become a better person for my family and the people around me? And as long as I'm pleasant for the people around me, and by giving thanks in the morning for the little things and realizing
Mm-hmm.
that at any moment I can be gone off the face of this earth within the next 5 minutes, then it kind of put things in perspective for
That's
me.
true.
And
That's true.
everything is just a little more simplistic,
That's
for
right.
me. Now, again, that's just something I'm still working on. I'm not saying I'm just perfect at it, but I even have, like I said, I suffer mental illness. I talk to psychiatrists, and I'm dropping this knowledge on him, and he's like, "Wait, who's this person
Yeah.
again? Who is this again? What is this again?" Wait, he said,
Uh,
I can get half the
yeah,
veterans think
yeah.
like how you think on this. He said, because what you're talking about is rationalization. You know what I mean? Like just different things and
Mm,
putting things in perspective. He said, man, if I can get half the veterans even think like this, I wouldn't even I'd be out of a job. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you have your
That's right.
psychiatrist saying things like that, man, then you know you hit something. And you got your psychiatrist
Mm-hmm.
taking notes. You know you're hitting on something. You know what I mean? But I'll go ahead. I'll
Absolutely.
let you tell you. I've been chatting for a second. I'll let you go
Yeah.
again. Tell
Yeah.
you.
No, no. I just want to just kind of just go back, just reiterate some of the things that you said and stuff. And I think that's why, like, I also sometimes play in my mornings like affirmations of gratitude, and they're just, thank you for this bed, thank you for this clean cup to drink water out of, thank you for the air outside, thank you for this chair. It's like you said, it's all that, and I think all that, hey, that is success in itself. You are happy, you're doing your thing and stuff, and so I also, do you mind if I play like my little 2 minute like morning like mantra on here? Do you think we have time
Nah,
for
good.
that? If I can play
Yeah,
that
we
really quick?
yeah. After that, then we'll
Yeah.
include. Yeah, go ahead. Because
Mhm.
the whole thing is after that. I want
Mhm.
to know,
For
the
next
bottom
time.
line is, are you going to keep a morning routine?
Hmm.
And then I'll see if I'm
Hmm.
going to keep mine. And I think that's how we'll do. Like, you know what I mean? We'll see. Is it worth keeping a morning
Yeah.
routine? Is it worth not keeping a morning routine? Then we'll let
Sure.
y'all decide. Give a shout out, good, bad, whatever the case may be. But let's go ahead and let Mr. Brown play his
Hmm.
2 minutes of his morning um, routine, um, because he's um,
Yes.
on this routine.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Okay.
and I do want to say this too, though. Like, I know I'm not going to speak for myself. Sometimes, I think, I can get, I don't even like to say that. In the past, I can be a little bit lazy and stuff. And I feel like just get up and just go and do and stuff like that. But when I felt like I didn't have, now that I have a little bit more structure and this helps me keep stuff organized in my life, it's
Mhm.
allowed me to kind of see things in a different light and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and play this stuff. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Here we
sir.
go.
Upward and outward. Best if you do it outside or standing at a window.
It's kind of choppy.
And we would acknowledge
Turn it down a little bit.
It's choppy.
universal forces
Yeah. There.
Okay, let me see. Oh, okay.
that are focused right at you. We would acknowledge by calling it by name, if you have a name that you like. And we would say, I acknowledge that I am the object of your positive attention. And I'm appreciating your continual gaze on behalf of my well-being. And today, no matter where I am, no matter where I am going, no matter what I am doing, and no matter who I am doing it with, I will be in conscious awareness that you too are there with me, appreciating me, supporting me, assisting me, acknowledging me, inspiring me, guiding me, having fun with me, acknowledging me, supporting me, assisting me, inspiring me, helping me, guiding me, aware of me, loving me, showing me, inspiring me, guiding me, helping me, uplifting me, showing me. Get into an endless loop of that acknowledgement and watch what begins to happen in your life as soon as this day. Your vortex is filled to the brim.
Okay. So I know the beginning was a little bit choppy, but she was saying that like when you wake up in the morning, you look up outside the window and you just be in a mood, be in a state of appreciation, be in a state of gratitude, and you would acknowledge whatever it is, supreme being, whatever you put your focus on. And as you are looking outside, you are being thankful for guiding me. Thank you, God, for guiding me, protecting me, loving me.
What about people who've never done that before or has issues doing that? How do you get started? Like, how do you give me some insight? Give us some insight on how we can get started on that. Like, for example, like I've never done before, but I'm interested in what you're talking about. I mentioned these mantras. I'm interested in all that. What's the first thing I need to do in order to get started?
Let's see. First thing you need to do to get started. Well, you gotta be. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to answer that question. There's so many different ways of going, but you would just want as you're waking up in the morning, you want to just you want to find something that works good for you. Find something that is going to put you in a state of being where you know you're going to be excited for the day, where you're going to be, you know, happy and optimistic about the day and stuff. So some people may want to listen to scripture, some people want to listen to whatever it is they want to listen to. And I think that as you're doing that, also repeat whatever that you're listening to into a mirror. As Frank said earlier, when you're saying that energy into a mirror, you're amplifying that. And so it's that, they say the eyes are the windows of the soul, right? So whatever you're speaking directly into the mirror is actually going right back into your soul. So it's that settled energy that you can't see that you're speaking to yourself and you're saying, hey, I love myself. I am happy. I am excited. I am wonderful. I am courageous. I am amazing. I am glorious. I am wonderful. And when you're saying all that stuff, you will start to feel those emotions within you. And then that is going to set you on your day in the most positive way that it can possibly be for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's some great insight. You know what I mean? For those of you that don't know, you can always access us and ask us more questions on how to get started. Ask us individually. You know what I mean? Because I think that's a really good way to get your day started. You know, whatever you can call it a routine, you don't have to call it a routine. Whatever you want to call it, just something, you know, to get your day started up on the right path. So, closing, a summary of what we discussed was pretty much, again, our topic. We apologize if we got kind of straight off topic, but the topic was morning routines. You was getting an idea of what to do, if you should keep it, not keep it, just some successful people who have morning routines, you know what I mean, and things of that nature, and some mantras, some things that might work and might not work, but just the whole purpose is just getting started on something. You don't want your morning routine to just be sleep.
That's
Because
right.
you sleep most of your life away. You know what I mean? So,
So
get up,
true.
live
So
life.
true.
If you don't have a routine, create one. If you know it's going to make you change what you're doing. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much
Mhm.
kind of what we discussed. Tim, you have anything in closing you'd like to add?
Mhm. Uh, yeah, I mean, just you know, everything is going to just know when you. I also want to say this last part too. I think this is going to kind of bring it home. When you are listening to that stuff on a regular basis, you will start feeling differently within your body. You will start feeling
Mhm.
changes within your reality, and you'll start feeling like, wow, like things are possible, things are doable for me and stuff. And as you continue to do that, you're gonna grow and grow and grow. So just continue to believe in yourself, trust yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. And I think that's most important stuff. So like Frank said, just continue. You got to find what is going to benefit you, and you may not want to do this every single morning. You may want to do this maybe every other morning, or something. So it doesn't have to be like every single day. But I think for me, if I wanted something different in my life, I had to do something different and stuff. I couldn't keep doing the same thing that I was doing for the last 40 years. And
Mhm.
because those 40 years got me the same results that I did those 40 years. Me doing this routine for the last 3 years has drastically changed my life dramatically and stuff. So I just want to say thank you all for that. And also, what I'll possibly do, I can leave some of these people's information um, in the summary and stuff, so that way we can kind of let you guys know about all the different speakers that we have out there and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tim, appreciate the
Mhm.
insight. Piggyback on what he was saying, just subscribe to us, leave us some information, whether it's
Yes.
positive or negative. Any information or any insight is good. Questions, comments, concerns, anything. Let us know how y'all feel about routines, topics. Anybody else has a great routine that, worked for them, became
Hmm.
successful, where they ate Cheerios in the morning, ran up the block, didn't do nothing, whatever, you know what I mean? So, just let us know. On that note, Gains Radio, uh, gaining the access and
That's right.
insight
That's
necessary
right.
to succeed. Hopefully, we
Games
gave you guys some
Radio.
insight to succeed. Don't forget to hit us up email us at gainsradio@gmail.com and gainspodcast@gmail.com. Leave us some comments. The next topics we can even, who knows, you leave us something that might be the next topic that we discuss. You know what I mean? So we're not afraid to discuss anything. Just let us know.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We'll discuss it. We're going to give you the best insight we can just based off of the knowledge and information that we have or whatever. Sometimes we might just go on the phone and just see what topic it is and, just pick it from there. But, everything's
Hmm.
all good. Positive energy. Um, you
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean? Gains Radio. Holla at your boys. Getting it. Oh, yeah. I have to see this on camera real quick.
Oh
Hold on. I have to
wait.
see. I look on
Ooh,
camera real quick. Hold on.
I
Oh,
see.
this
I
one
see
flex
you. I
up. Oh,
see you.
flex up.
I
Oh,
see
okay.
you.
So, for those of y'all that don't know,
Ooh, is that the baby right there? The wonderful baby.
yeah, this my thing, here. Holla at you. She
Let me
ain't got,
see her. Let me see her. Oh,
she ain't trying to be on camera.
oh, the baby. Oh,
This is my thing.
oh, hello, hello.
Yeah, shit, look at
Oh, the love. You're so beautiful. Oh, look at you guys. You guys are so
this.
beautiful. Oh, you're so precious.
They ain't trying
So
to be on
precious, little
camera.
baby.
So that's what life
I
is
know. I see.
about.
Like,
That's why the routine got it. When you have kids, you almost have to have a routine, you know what I mean, to make things work. So holla at your boy. Frank got me finished. Don't forget, leave comments, concerns, gainsradio@gmail.com,
sir.
gainspodcast@gmail.com, YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. We got the IG as well, Twitter, all that. Holla at your boys. Info will be there. We got you. Keep succeeding. Gain some access and insight necessary to succeed. Frank got me.
Right.
Holla at your boy. Mr. Brown.
Always wonderful. Blessings.
Yes, sir.
Blessings.
Much love.